I'm doing summary of Ramayana. What is the topic about? Essence. Essence of Ramayana. So, Tulsidas-ji has written the most wonderful rendition of the Ram Katha, which, the Ram history, which was first written by Lord Valmiki, long time ago. And the Tulsikrit Ramayana is called as Ramcharitamanas. He gives it that name, Ramcharitamanas Nama. Sunata Shravana Palya Vishrama. And he said, just by listening to it, because the glory of Bhagavan Ram is so varied and so vast, just by listening, that one gains supreme peace, which Bhagavan Shri Krishna calls in Gita's Param Shanti. Just by listening. So, but of course, listening one time will not do it. I have to go on listening to the Ramcharitamanas, the stories of Bhagavan Ram. He says that Charitaram Saguna, the Saguna aspect of Bhagavan Ram is way beyond our comprehension, way beyond our understanding. That also is so hard to understand. Means how very how vast, how limitless. Because Rama Ananta Guna, he is Ananta and his Guna is Ananta. So going on listening, there is no end. So that itself purifies the mind, just by listening. So for those people who would like to read and study, and those people who don't like to meditate, and many people don't like and do yoga and Krishna. People who don't like, best thing is to go on listening to Ram. Amit Vistara, so broad. So when he wrote this Ramcharitamanas, he called it like that and said just by listening. So you would have seen or you would have heard that in the Bhagavad Puran there are 9 types of devotion given. And the first type of devotion is called as Shravana, just by listening. And in our Vedanta also, first we listen, Shravana, then Manana. But listening itself has great power and potential. Alright, so today I'll be talking a little bit over this essence of this Ramcharitamanas. And just listen, see. So now, the story is that Bhagavan Ram went to Janakpur there and married Sita-ji and came back to Ayodhya. And then Kaikeyi asked for 2 boons. One boon is Bhagavan Ram will be exiled to the forest, and next Bharat will get the kingdom. All this story you don't know. Then she comes to the When they come to the forest, that time, Sita ji is kidnapped by Ravana. So, there is where the real essence of this Ramcharitmanas starts. This happens in Ramayana. All of the previous things are just, the birth and marriage and all of that of the Vata. But Tulsidas really depicts from the Aranyaka the state of the Jiva, and Sita Ma is acting out the Jiva's journey and the Jiva's life and how the Jiva gets himself into, I suppose, one trouble after the next. Jiva means you and I. You don't think Jiva is your neighbor. Jiva is us one. So now, I'll just pull up. I didn't pull it up because I don't know where I was going to start. I'll start from here. Because they know into the story. For those who want to go home and read after this, you can go. This is Aranyaka 26. Chapter 26. Chanting so that you will get a chance to chant also. In between every line, you can sing Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Because if I only sing, I will come here and take all the blessings and go away alone. I need you simply also because there is no such thing as I sing and you get blessings. And there is no such thing as you sing and I get blessings. Everybody has to sing for him, for himself. Just like there is no such thing as I eat and your belly gets food. If I eat, only my belly will get food. So you have to sing for yourself also. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Mata ki Jai. So the Jiva is like this. Sita ji is in the company of Bhagavan Ram. The Jiva, you and I, we are always in the company of Paramatma. Our mind is rooted in Paramatma actually. Our mind cannot leave Paramatma. Means metaphysically, it is one with Paramatma. Because there is only one reality and it pervades everything. One reality pervades everything. Means it pervades my mind also. Then, so, Sita ji is with Bhagavan Ram. Then what happens? Some day passes, golden day means something very attractive and something very flashy and bright and golden day passes. So Tulsidas writes, Sita Parama Ruchira Brigadekha. She saw the day and Anga Sumanohar Vesha. She looked at everything just like in our Bhagavad Gita. What we do in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Shri Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, the Jiva leaves his natural place because he goes on meditating on objects of the world. Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha Sangaste Shukadhyayate, and he develops an attachment for these things. And Sangha Sanjayate Kama, and then a desire for these things. And then like that, and then finish, finish. like that is given there in the second chapter. He uses natural abode. So Sita Paramaruchi and Brigha Dekha, she saw this golden bear. She actually role of the jiva leaving his natural home. She is in company of Bhagavan Ram. But the mind went away from Bhagavan Ram now to the day. So, and this is Anga Sumadukara Desha. This is the Dhyayataka Vishaya in Gita. She is meditating, she sees every limb. That is like meditation. Instead of meditating on self, meditate on the objects of the world, this thing, that thing. Then she develops an attachment for it, and then a desire, and she tells Bhagavan Ram, you please do one. So now, the jiva sees the happiness, the joy, everything outside there and goes. And now, that is going to lead to disaster. Pranashati. My dear, there is a day. Please go there and get that day for me. Because that day is there to you. If the day becomes day and sends the day to get the day, and that costs a day, that costs the jiva daily, you see. So the jiva finds itself in sorrow. So now these all jivas are in sorrow. So then what happens? Ravan comes and kidnaps. Ravan is called as Moha. Moha the Shamauli, Tad Vrata, Angarva. And the Tulsidas is written, Ravan is Moha. But the jiva gets caught in Moha, the web of Moha. And Kumbhakara is Ahankara. And Meghna is Kama. So Ravan Moha, so she is caught by this moha of the world. This thing will give me happiness, that thing will give me joy, that thing will give me peace, that thing will give me, tranquility. So that is moha. Actually she is with Bhagavan Ram, who is Satchit Ananda. But we exchange our Satchit Ananda, which is natural to us, for something it is in the world. So this is what is going on really at the root of this whole story. Then he's kidnapped by Ravan, who calls him Prakashananda-ji. The 10-headed Ravan. And she goes there now, when we are kidnapped by this Prakashananda-ji, 10-headed Ravan, a delusion. Well, thereafter, like in one sorrow after the next. And actually, part of the delusion is we think that someday it will get better. That is part of the delusion. That someday it will get better, and it never gets better, all the way down to the grave. The delusion is always it will get better. See, the lady was saying, when I was in preschool, I was dying to go to primary school. When I was in primary school, I was dying to go to high school. When I was in high school, I was dying to go to university. Because she's thinking in the next stage it will get better. When I was in university, I was dying to graduate. When I graduated, I was dying to get married. When I got married, I was dying to have children. When I got children, I was dying for these children to grow up and get married and get out of this house. When children got married and got out from the house, I was dying to retire. When I retired, I realized I was dying my whole life and I forgot to live. So, we are dying to get to the next stage because we always think that the next stage will be better. Big delusion. The biggest delusion of any jiva, that any next stage will be better. And the grass is always greener on the other side. Big all delusion. So, that is because we have actually superimposed our happiness on something out there. Some state, some time, some stage, some acquisition, some whatever it is. And it never happened. So it was the natural happiness, which is Satchidananda, which she has, which is in her company. But she's playing our role at that time. Sita could arrive superimpose happiness in this golden day, and then run after this, desire this golden day, and then sense Bhagavan Ram, and then that is one downward spiral. Downward spiral all the way. And you see the story from there onwards. Her life did not have a moment of peace thereafter, all the way to departed this earth also, isn't it? Not one moment of peace. And some people actually positively or superimpose the happiness when we depart also. When we use the cemetery. And then there, when you bury me, you please put a nice tombstone and a nice expensive grave and all that kind of thing. I'll be happy there. Or bury me in an expensive coffin. He'll tell that undertaker. When I die, don't bury me in this cheap coffin. Bury me in this expensive coffin. And that undertaker said, yes, sir. If you will be more happy in this one, we'll bury you in this one. And he thinks he'll be happy. They arrive in big cities like this, like Chicago and other places. Now, they're not selling any space in the cemetery like this anymore. They're selling like this now. Because the space is less. So now you can't rest in peace, now you have to stand on in pieces, I suppose. So anyway, he superimposes the happiness way past the grave also. Like that. Something there. That is all delusion. So she got caught in this delusion, and that ended with one sorrow, or that went on from one sorrow to the other sorrow until she left this world also. This is Jiva, who was departed from his own natural state of Satchidananda, being in the company of Bhagavan. The Jiva, Paranchikhani, Yatrinat Swayambhu, Tasmat, Paranpashatu Nantaratma, he sees outside of it. All his happiness is there. The Jiva has to take a journey inside. Now see what happens. Bhagavan Ram goes looking for her everywhere. For Sita, everywhere. And he takes the company of all these monkeys. Takes company of all of these monkeys, the help of all monkeys to go and look. It's interesting, I have to tell you. If you see the Ramcharitmanas, you realize that Pakka Jiva. So sometimes she's playing that Jiva, but a part of it, because remember, just like we have Aditana Ishwarya, half Bhagavan Shiva, half Parvati, like that, right? That means they are one and same. Here also, Sita is metaphysically the Shakti of Bhagavan Ram. They are one and you cannot remove my Shakti from this body and put it in a body. Actually, Shakti is one with me, power, energy is one with me. So, they are one, but now they have manifested as two, Ram and Sita, and then they are playing all of the role for all of us. So now, Bhagavan Ram's role is the Jiva who has lost his Shanti. Because Sita is Atma Rama, Shanti, Sita. So now Bhagavan takes up the role. What? I lost my Shanti, I lost my peace, I lost my bliss, my Anand. This, now I have to look for this Anand. So, you and I, we have lost our peace, and then we go looking everywhere. No, if I go to Tahiti, I go to Cancun, I get some peace of mind. Like that. So we go looking for our peace everywhere. So Jiva has lost his peace, lost his happiness, and is looking for this happiness and peace everywhere. Now they are going to, I think, outer space also. They are making commercial flights to space. Do you think he'll find his peace? Not find his peace. But anyway, now he takes the help of all these countless monkeys. Now I'll tell you one more thing, very interesting. See, this is coming at the end of the Kishkinda time.
Jai.
Bhagavan meets Sugriva and they became friends and all of that sort of thing. And they have an agreement. Bhagavan will help Sugriva to remove Bali, and Sugriva will help Bhagavan to find Sita after she is kidnapped by this Ravana. So, Sugriva represents Shraddha. Because Sugriva had every other Durguna in the book. But this fellow had blind Shraddha, means faith. He was Kami, Sugriva. He was not to be trusted also. He was coward also. He was always running from everyone. Sugriva's whole life spent running. So Mahad both. But for one now, see, what actually had two good qualities. One good quality, Bali represents Ahankara. Bali represents, so he was already running for Bali. So one good quality is he could run fast, so Ahankara cannot catch him. So this Ahankara thing perhaps was not there also. Ahankara could not catch up with him. So one good quality, he could run fast. Sometimes he could run fast also. He might save your life. But he had a Shraddha. So who? Hanuman. He saw Bhagavan Ram, Lakshmana coming, and he did not know who that was. Seeing also, he did not know who it was. But he had a Shraddha in Hanumanji. You go and see who it is. And whatever Hanumanji will tell him, he will believe. That's it. And you see another story right in the same Ramayana where Bhagavan Shiva is telling to Sati, this is Ram, Lord of the universe, Paramatma. And Sati did not have that Shraddha. She did not believe. But Sugriva told Hanumanji, and he is ready to believe whatever Hanumanji tells. The intrinsic Shraddha. So this quality, Bhagavan, see, in search of Paramatma, see, Bhagavan Shankaracharya writes in his Vidhi Yaya Vastu Upalabhyate. That Shraddha is that by which we attain Paramatma. The thing by which we attain, we have to have a very, deep Shraddha. So Bhagavan makes friend with Sugriva. That's symbolizing that the Jiva who is looking for his shanti, looking for his is looking for his realization that Jiva has to have a deep Shraddha. So he makes friends with this Sugriv, and then they call all the countless monkeys now. Bhagavan Shiva tells to Parvati, if anybody attempted to count those monkeys in number, that person has to be a fool. It means the number of monkeys in Valmiki Ramayana, it is described as trillions of monkeys, not millions or billions. Trillions. If today the earth does not trillion people, there's 6-7 billion, right? So imagine how many monkeys. That is why in Mahabharata, when Hanumanji got up and he saw this Mahabharata war. One time he woke up and he looked like this. He was there sleeping in Arjuna's lap. He looked like this. And he went back to sleep. Because he thought, what is a child's play? Mahabharata was child's play compared to Ram Ravan Yuddha. Because there are so many monkeys and rakshasas. So, trillions of monkeys came from everywhere. It is also described that Bhagavan Ram manifested in trillion forms to greet every monkey personally. What a leader you see, the leadership for people who study, you have to see how every monkey is important. It means for a leader, every follower is important. So anyway, now what they did, they divided the monkeys into 4 groups. And they sent one group to the north, one group to the east, and one group to the west. These are all in big, long verses and stories here. I have to just put all of this together. And now what we just chanted, Sunaho Neel Angad Hanumana Javaman Kumati Thila Sujana. A handful. You can count them. What happened? Sakala Subhata Bili Dachina Java. You all go to the south. So they sent this small handful of them to the south. Meanwhile, what had happened? Jatayu tried to save Sita Ji when she was being kidnapped. And the first thing that Jatayu tells Bhagavan Ram, when Bhagavan finds him bleeding on the ground, Prabhu, Ram took her to the south. Then he meets Shabari. Shabari tells Ravan took her to the south. Then he meets Sugriv. Sugriv tells Ravan took her to the south. Because they saw she dropped those wings. So they saw Ravan taking her to the south. Everybody told Ravan took her to the south. And when they divided trillions of monkeys, they only sent a small handful to the south. But it's a very peculiar thing about isn't it? That sounds absolutely foolish. Isn't it? If everybody told us Ravan and Lanka is in south. And you gather trillions of monkeys, and then you make 4 groups, and the group that you are sending to the south is only a handful. So when you see this type of things in Ramjan, what is going on? Why not consider to write a story like this? So then you know it is not merely a story, but it is really teaching what you Upanishads. In Gita and Upanishads, see, now I have to back up to tell you this. Now, all monkeys like such a who? Sita Ji. And I told you just now, Atma Rahu Shanti Sita. Sita represents Shanti, peace. But Shanti must scripture, like for example Bhagavad Gita. Shanti and Ananda is one and same. The same Satchitananda that we are talking about, bliss. That is, they are one and same. In Gita, Bhagavan calls it Param Shanti, supreme peace. Achirena Adhigacchati. The person reaches that state fast when Nya Shraddha is there. And Nya, Shraddha leads to Nya. Right? So, the person reaches that supreme state of peace. Ashantasya kuta sukham, in other words, with the sukham. So now I just have to tell you the difference between these words in Bhagavad Gita. 3 words are coming. Shanti, Sukham, and Ananda. These 3 words you will hear, where there is absolutely no difference between any of these words. The only difference is gender. Shanti is feminine, Sukham is neuter, and Ananda is masculine. But all 3 of them refer to one and same. Right? Sat Chit Sukham Paramaham Satyam Turiyam. Sukham word is used there. Instead of Sat Chit Ananda, Sat Chit Sukham. So Sanskrit language is like that. Mukti and moksha is no difference. Mukti is feminine and moksha is masculine. That is what the language has so much of gender words, right? So, all monkeys are in search of Shanti, Sita. And actually, Shanti is nothing but Sukham or Ananda, which you call Ananda. Right. Now see, all of us, we are in search of what thing? Well, the same peace, happiness, joy. Because Jiva is guided only by one rule. They call it Sukha Prapti, Dukha Nivritti. The acquisition of the Sukha and the, relinquishing of Dukha. We don't like Dukha. Actually, this is one thing now. These are not 2 things. It's one thing. If I am in pursuit of Sukha, that means I am running away from Dukha. It's not 2 things. So, all jivas only follow one rule. And that one rule is we are in pursuit of happiness. We are running after happiness. So now we are like all of these monkeys. All of the monkeys are in search of one thing. Now one more thing. It is also said in many places that these monkeys are like our thoughts. Because the monkeys are trillions in numbers, and our thoughts are how many numbers? Our thoughts also. See, in one day, how many thoughts we have? In 24 hours, like the whole. And then when you sleep also, we go on thinking in sleep. Think of things, dreams. People in sleep, they talk also. And kick, and all sorts of things. So all actions are preceded by some thought. So in sleep also we go on thinking. And one man I heard to jog in his sleep. In sleep he used to jog also. So somebody said this is very good. He's getting rest and exercise at the same time. Because he's jogging and sleeping. This is a very peculiar thing. Anyway, so the jiva goes on thinking millions and trillions of thoughts in one lifetime, you can't even count. And all of the thoughts, because that is guiding the jiva's life. All thoughts guide our life. Thoughts is at the forefront of our life. And all our thoughts, and the jiva's one objective is to find Sukha. Then all the thoughts actually guided towards Sukha only, isn't it? That is all the thoughts. See, the thoughts will go in a direction where it has rightly or wrongly concluded that there is some Sukha. That's why he doesn't want to think about it. Think about some poisonous cobra. Who wants to think about poisonous cobra? No, he's having some other good thing to think about. But he doesn't want to think about some horror movies or all that. Because he gets scared. He doesn't want to send his mind where he'll get dukh. He wants to send his mind where he'll get sukha. So, just as the jiva is only in pursuit of sukha, it means all his thoughts are only in pursuit of sukha. That's what when we say the jiva, it means all his thoughts in that direction. No. And that's what my point. I'll come back to tie all this together. So all monkeys are in search of Sita, all monkeys are in search of Shanti, Sukham, Ananda, like that. Okay. All our thoughts also in search of Shanti, Sukha, Ananda. Right. Second thing is now. All monkeys, the trillions of them, have been sent north, east, and west, where Sitaji is not there. And a small little handful have been sent to the south, where she is there. Well, that is a perfect depiction of a jiva's life. Because the Atma, which is the source of all Shanti and Sita, Shanti and Ananda and all that, Atma is here. And the manifestations, which are the flashy things, are out there. So all our thoughts are going out there looking for Ananda, looking for Shanti, looking for Sukham. But really the Sukham is here. So that all our thoughts are going in the wrong direction or not. Where the Shanti and the Sukha is not there. All our thoughts are going there. And where it is really there, how many of our thoughts go there? Well, one per day, if so much. One among the trillions go in the right direction. So one among the trillions of monkeys, now you count them maybe about 5 or 10, they are going in the southern direction, where Sitaji actually is there. So perchance, one thought or two thoughts will turn. Kashtidhira, one rare person will turn Avritta Chakshu, turn the gaze of his eyes inside. Rare. That's why Manishanam Sahasreshu Kashchit Yadati. One rare person will turn up and go. That's why only trillions of monkeys. A handful is only going in the right direction where Sitaji actually is there. Now see, if you see all of these things in the Ramcharitmanas, you realize that well, it is way more than a story. It is not just a story, actually the teaching of the whole Upanishad. Yeah. That is what is going on there. How Tulsidas is so adroitly weaved this, woven this into the whole story. You wonder why they call so many monkeys around. Then that is Sitaji now. They come to the southern shores. Among the all monkeys who came to the southern shores, how many actually found Sitaji? Again, what we were given, one rare soul. See? And what is so nicely given here at the end of the Kishkinda is, of course, all the other things which you see in the Ramayana is just to, this will have to prove it, just to fill in all the other things that the jiva will face on his journey and how he has to respond and all what he has to do and all that. Right? At the end of the Kishkinda, some of the qualities of the jiva, some qualities that the jiva has to have, they are given. Half for what? To find this. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Syamara Ramachandra ki jo nagai sat jo jana sagar. Who will be able to reach Sitaji now? This is what the people say. Jiva has to have certain qualification. I have to be worthy, I have to make myself fit. That is for everything in life. Huh? When we go and tell in the Shastras, people have objection. And of course, people have objection for good things only. For bad things, nobody has objection. So, when we have any little thing in life, we have to have some qualification first, isn't it? You have to get into university, you have to qualify. To get into med school, you have to have qualification. Everywhere is qualification only. To drive on the highway, you have to qualify yourself. But here also, to find this Paramashanti Sita, to find it, we have to make sure that we also have the qualities. And the qualities are given everywhere in Shastras. Na ayam atma balahinena labhyaha. Atma is not to be found by anybody, not to be achieved. Paramashanti will not be achieved by anybody who is weak, first of all. So the qualification is what then? Strength. That's why Swami Vivekananda used to go on saying strength. From strength to more strength. Weakling will not find it. We have to develop so much strength in our personality. Strong personality. So first thing, Sampati tells, who will reach there? Jo nagai sat jojana sagar karosara. That person will reach there in Lanka, who can leap 700 miles. You need to say so much of perseverance, so much of inner strength. I am not going to give up. I am going to keep going like that. This is a symbolism there. Huh? And for that, the person has to have great Shraddha. Shraddhavan Vade Jnanam. Jnanam Lutha Paramashanti. In Gita Bhagavad. The person who has Shraddha will get Jnana. The one who gets Jnana will reach the supreme state. Okay, again now. We will know that Tira Ram Kripa Kasa Mayavutira. He's telling you how Bhagavan's Kripa has made me Sampati, made me renewed like that. Seeing this, develop Shraddha. Faith. People say that there's faith and all in religion. What you call faith-based organizations, like we are called faith-based organizations. And when we say faith, people feel there's something wrong with that. Actually, if you really think about this faith, which is given in the scriptures, you'll realize that we have an abundance of faith. All human beings, there are abundance of faith. Even the greatest scientist also, he doesn't know that he also has an abundance of faith. And that faith is unquestioned, we never question it is blind like anything, and we just fall prey to it, we just don't think. Like everybody has faith that the engineer who built this building did a good job. Because right now it could collapse on our head, you know. But we have faith, intrinsic faith, and this fellow did a good job, you know, it will not fall on my head. When you sit in a plane, every time you have faith in that pilot like anything. And they're totally blind, you don't know that pilot. Totally blind, 100%. So, like that, when you drive on the highway, you have faith that all the drivers on that side will never come on my lane. They will stay on their lane. How we are doing that? Faith only, but I'm blind too. When a scientist looks through a microscope and he sees something, he has faith that the fellow who made this microscope made it in such a way that what I am seeing is actually there. The microscope will give me a proper reading of what is there. He has faith in that microscope maker, but he doesn't think of it. So like that, scientists also, everybody in this world has so much of intrinsic faith. And without faith, no life can proceed. So Jama is telling you now, the next qualities, I have great strength that will take me along that journey. Great strength that will take me, keep me going on that journey. Long journey it is. The second thing, I have to have a lot of faith, like that. And in Bhakti Marg, the chanting of the name of the Lord, he tells in this line about chanting the name of Bhagavan. So the Jiva has to qualify himself with these type of things, then only he will find the Sukha or the Ananda or the Shanti which he is looking for. All three are telling you are one and same. If the Jiva does not have the qualifications, he will not find this. Now you see, to find Atma which is there in my own self, the Ananda of the Atma which is there in my own self, but you can just sit down one day like this and you'll find out what a long journey it is, isn't it? And if he doesn't be there also, he doesn't have the strength and perseverance and all of that. Determination, inner determination, he will not find. You see? So, some party is giving them here at the end of this Vindaka and now all the qualifications required for that Jiva. So, now how many things I told you? What exactly is Jiva is in search of? Where is Jiva is searching for that outside thing? That way it is not there. The Jiva has to search inside. For that inside, inner search, which the Upanishads are talking about. For that inner search, all of these qualifications are required. Now you know you have studied Vedanta and all of these various things. So many various qualifications are there. But I am telling you, each person's qualification will be different because all of us are made up differently. One person will just sit down there and take his mala and do the chanting of the name and he will do it well. And if he does that thing well, that is enough for that person to find his shanti. Another person will have to sit down and meditate or control his breath. Oh, so many various types of things are there. Each person has to qualify himself or adopt some different type of sadhana. But there are certain types of things in the paths, whichever sadhana we pick up, there are certain types of things which we have to have in common. And one of them in this picture, and this Ramcharitmanas, I think is called as Vairagya. It doesn't matter if I'm doing japa, if I'm doing yoga, I'm doing breath control, I'm doing puja, I'm doing whatever. If Vairagya is not there, that thing is not going to bear any fruit. So I'll just be doing, people can do also the lip service, listen. So just doing lip service. Just going through the motions, doing this. But if Vairagya is not there, nothing will happen in any of the paths we follow. That is a common thread. And Shraddha and strength Because I will do that thing for a little while and I don't have the strength to continue. Then, when Hanumanji is going, Surasa comes to test him. That time, she said, the gods, Devatas sent me to test your Bala and Buddhi. Bala is that thing which is coming in. And therefore, Trinidadand prays in this Hanuman Chalisa, you see that when you start. Bala Buddhi Vidya Devu. Yeah. And Bala and the other one are now the intelligence, discriminatory Buddhi. Discriminatory power to know I should see Hanumanji is going. Simhika comes out and he realizes that from Surasa something can happen, but from Simhika nothing can happen. So he spares the Simhika, Surasa, and he kills Simhika. That discriminatory power is required. And because at every juncture you can go either this side or go that side. So at every moment, right now, you can choose to listen to me or not listen to me. Every moment this choice is there in mind. So if the discriminatory power is not there, to choose the right one and relinquish it, and as a Vedantic is required to relinquish the other. So the discriminatory power. Therefore, Bala Buddhi Vidya Dev, knowledge. Of course, knowledge part is not necessary. I'm telling what is necessary on the path which every person in whichever path, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, whatever you want to say. But these things are required. I'm telling knowledge. Again, it is Vedantic. Bala. Then the discriminatory power and Shraddha. All of them are required. So at the end here, Sapati is telling to this handful of them only there. That the person who has these qualities, this person will be able to reach there and give this message to Sitaji. And then who has the qualities? Of all of them now, only one Hanumanji has all these qualities. Vidyavan, Guni, Ati, Chatur. The discriminatory power is indicated here. Very good. And Surasa discovered that also. Such sharp buddhi. So now anyway, why is it that Vidya is not required in Bhakti Marg? In Bhakti Marg, Bhagavan tells in that chapter, the person who has good bhakti, he doesn't have to worry. I will come and give that jnana myself. The person doesn't have to go on, putting so much effort to get that jnana. Tadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayati. In those two verses are there. So now, the person who will bring Sitaji and who will get that shanti and get that peace, reach the right place where it is there, is only one in among so many. So now people say, Swamiji, this is disheartening, this is disheartening me to want to read that by I should try it. That one is not me. People feel like that. But every person has to say for his own sense, that one will be me. So then what I'm telling you now, so this jiva has millions of thoughts, trillions of thoughts. One rare thought will go deep inside to find shanti, to find peace. One rare thought among these millions of thoughts. So this is what is happening in the Ramayana. Hanumanji goes there and he gives this message to Augustus. Actually, you'll see here also to see Sutta when he actually sees Sitaji. That time he says, Ava Kritakritya Bhayavumai Mata. Now I have become Kritakritya. Bhagavan Shankaracharya ends his prediction to Ramani with this phrase. Kritakritya. Kritakritya is a big Sanskrit phrase which Hanumanji uses here. It means I have done what ought to have been done in this lifetime. what ought to have been done in the lifetime, I have done. Maji gets the darshan of Chinmaya, now is gone. I achieved what ought to have been achieved. He had got the darshan of Bhagavan Ram already, but he did not say he was perfect. That word was not used. But then he gets the darshan of Chinmaya, now I have completed. I have achieved the end all and be all of life. This is the idea. So, until I have found the Shanti of the Atma, until I have found the Ananda of the Atma, until I have found the Sukham of the Atma, my journey is not over. So, we have to spend our time developing the qualifications and going in the right direction. All jivas are deluded into thinking that the Shanti and the Sukha and everything is outside. You have to really overcome this delusion, a big delusion. See, I give you the biggest delusion all of us have. See, people from Trinidad, people from Guyana, from India, from Africa, South Africa, everywhere. Everybody feel that happiness lies in America. I'm telling what we are doing, what jivas are doing across the whole globe. Jivas are only substituting one set of problems for another set of problems. Just exchanging problems. That is all. There is nothing more going on. It is all the illusion of anything that is anything else going on. We know that the best because when we come here we see all this world. And just now wait till November 5th. So it just actually, this is what jivas will do. Substitute subset A or subset B. That is all. Thinking that I will be more happy there and everything will be better there and this and that. That doesn't happen. What we do is we don't actually count the opportunity cost. We only count what we will get there. If you do a really good addition, the nature of the universe is such. If you do a really very fair, very clear, mathematical addition and subtraction, you realize you ended up with 0. Just our mind is taken up in one direction. The calculation is not done here. That is all. So the best thing is to look inside. Because how long the jiva will continue this type of running from one place looking for happiness? I did not get it here, then I will go there. I did not get it there, then I will go there. And I did not get it there, then I will go there. It doesn't, we have done it for lifetimes. Alright, so the symbolism behind the whole Ramayana story really what exactly is taught in the Upanishad and nothing else. The essence of Ramayana is this thing only. Of course, now in between all of that, the jiva has to do all of his sadhana. And I started today by telling you one of the greatest sadhana what the jiva can do is really listening to Rama Katha. It puts that in himself. And so many complex sadhanas, we are so lucky to belong to Sanatana Dharma. So we have different strokes for different folks. Means you like this sadhana, you do that. You don't like that, leave it and you do that other one. You don't like that, then you leave that and you do that. And there's a countless sadhana. And if you belong to some other religion and all, one sadhana, everybody else is so boring. But here you have big, thorough, you have buffet style. Walk down the line, what you like, you take. What you don't like, you leave it. And if you don't find anything in the life that you like, don't worry, make a new sadhana. You make your own sadhana. Like that. So this Ramayana is full of so many. So you see, listening to Ramayana, chanting the name of Bhagavan, doing japa, all sorts of things are there from beginning to end for jivas. All the various expressions of bhakti. Chinmaya, just clean the path. She doesn't know anything about mantras at all. Clean the path and collect fruits for Bhagwan every day.
So you spoke about the symbology that's embedded in these Ramayana, especially talking about Rama, the male and female being one and the same, and how these stories are actually elucidating or expounding on the rules that's said in Vedas. But, I mean, should we look for consistency there, or should we just, because on one level, I mean, we talk about Sita looking at the deer, chasing the deer, losing it, the life has been a sequence of sorrow since from that point on. But at the same time, there's also an embodiment of peace, shanti. So how should we, should we not try to reconcile these?
Yeah, just before that happens in the Ramayana, Bhagwan Sri Ram and Sita Ji, they enact a different thing. Sita Ji goes into a fire and they talk about this thing. And as I also told that she is acting the role of the jiva. The Lord comes to show two things, how we live and how we should live. Those things. So he is acting the role of a human being. He tells it. Manushya Charit, Manuja Charit. He uses the word also. So, though he is Paramatma at the same time, but he cannot act like Paramatma to teach us anything. He has to act like we act. What we do. Like that. So both of them are doing this role which is going on there. And they very consciously know it is that role to demonstrate to us how we live and how we ought to live.
Swami, you say that Sanatana Dharma is very real, and that the Sangha is good and bad mixed everywhere. But then you also say, Swamiji, that Karma is always easier. That when you said in your discourses, when we think of doing wrong, some people are there immediately to help. Could you speak more about that, Swamiji?
Yeah, because the Prakriti has a natural, something called in science also, as a natural entropy that is set into the whole equation. And entropy is like this thing, if you leave it here for 20 years, right? It was doing anything. it doesn't get better, it gets worse. Every living community is like that. So, and like a child, if you leave the child on the street, the child doesn't become a better human being. The child becomes the worst human being. So there's a natural entropy built into the structure of the universe. In other words, the universe as it were, is helping for bad things to just happen. Because everywhere it is all decay and decadence. So the effort has to be made then for us to go in the other direction. That's why sadhana is required, and that's why all the training and all the, culture and Sanskriti and all the things that are required. If we don't go in this direction, it will just go all by itself down in the other way. So yes, the universe has both, and one side has to be evoked by us. One side we don't have to do anything, it just happens like that. And when the society or the country neglects the duty to do it to set in the other direction, the country really gets into a bad state, that civilization or whoever it is. But the two things are there. And when it is neglected, and for such a long time, that's what's called in the 4th chapter of Gita, Yada Yada hi dharmasya glanihi. There's a real decadence of the dharma. Means I did not contribute to keeping that balance, I allowed it to go in one direction. Things get so bad, and Bhagavan himself has to now manifest there to bring back a semblance of balance and all that.
So, Swamiji, you said there are different ways one can choose, like Nana. How can people who choose different ways interact better with each other? I'm not saying one thing is better than the other, but how do two different people who embrace different paths talk to each other so that they understand that they're talking about the same thing, maybe?
Yeah, actually, maturity is required in that path, you see. Meaning to say, like, you eat chapati, for instance, and an Italian person eats pasta, but the chapati and the pasta is made from the same flour that will kill both of you equally. Whatever it is, right? But you have to be very mature in your understanding that, look, I should not see this person as any different because he's eating pasta and I'm eating chapati. And he should have to be mature to think that you also are not doing anything different from him. So the maturity is required in both the sides. If maturity is there on one side only, the other side will want to kill you. That's what's going on in the world. Maturity is not there on the other side. So one religion is killing, other religion is not like it. But if maturity is there, for me to know that I am eating the same flour, atta, and this fellow is eating the same atta, then why should I see him as any less or more different or any interesting? Same thing would be. So whichever path I am in, if he doesn't gain a maturity in that path, the person who is doing yoga should understand that the person who is in Vedanta, he is actually heading in the same place and I am heading in the same place. So if he is not mature in that path, then each person has to gain maturity wherever he is. His proper understanding of the goal of his path. That is all. And then now the other person is, well, I'm mature on my side, I see that he's going the same place, but he's not mature, and then now he wants to eliminate me. Well, the law of survival will have to kick in. I cannot allow him to eliminate me. The law of survival is I have to preserve. Here the country allows also. You are allowed not to work in self-defense to do whatever is required for your self-defense. Like that.
Just a question, can you expand a bit more on that golden deer? In my mind, it feels like for a lot of people, it's important to try to aspire to do better in life, like whether it's trying to get that better education, or trying to get that better job, or trying to make life better for your parents, yourself, your children. Does that also represent that dear in some way, or what is, I'm just trying to understand between that practicality of what life is, and again, we're probably in that 2% of the world, whereas 98% are still living that day-to-day harsh reality of not being able to put food on the table comfortably and not giving children everything they need. Is that desire to do better in life in all these different ways still somehow a part of that endeavor, or what does that represent?
So that's why I use that word which comes from Shastra all the time. That word is called delusion. More is spiritual. And the delusion word is exactly what we are talking about. That is all human beings think. And when we say, I provide for my family and I give them this and I give that and fruit and all those type of things, somehow we equate that with the civilization becoming better. That is delusion only. You have a whole civilization with so much of material wealth and so much of comfort, like in this country, more than any other country in the world. But there is not one single indicator in this country that is better than any other country. Actually, it might be worse off in so many ways. So, because we have equated all the wealth and all the provision and all the comforts and all the acquisition and all of that with life becoming better. But every single department of here, if you see, there are so many countries that are way better. And things are not getting any better here in any case. They're getting worse and worse. So that equation is in wrong. In other words, if I have everything in my household, a nice car, nice house, nice plot of land, nice objects and all that kind of thing, we equate that with really my life will become better. That's enough. Any acquisition of anything in this world does not total or equivalent to any happiness or peace or tranquility. You can have all of those things without those things. That equation is wrong. So that in the equation, therefore, we are saying that it doesn't matter if you have all, you can get it. But don't equate that with happiness and peace and all of that. That is the wrong equation. That's called delusion. When you take one thing for another thing. So yes, achieve what you have to achieve, get what you have to get, and all that kind of thing. And don't think that because you have provided all the nice things for your children, that your children are any better than children in India or anywhere else in the place. A child who grew up in a simple village who did not have. I saw a school where it was under a tree. The tree is the school. And the teacher, there was one chair in the school and the teacher had that chair. Like the chair you were sitting on. And the children were bubbling with joy and enthusiasm and bright like anything and all that. There is no way that you can ever convince me that the children who are brought up here are better than those children. Like that. So the equation is wrong. So yes, if you are pursuing all of these things with this understanding, then it is fine. Like that. Pursue whatever we say. We don't tell anybody, don't pursue. Don't make that wrong equation. And if the whole world has made that wrong equation, that's why everybody wants to come to America. That everything is nice and dandy. Okay? Alright, I think my time is there.
Thank you, Swamiji, for explaining the essence of Ramayana. We are very blessed to have you visit our center. As you all know, in the tradition of Sanatana Dharma, we offer something to our Guru to show our gratitude for everything we've learned. So in a few minutes, we will all have the opportunity to give Guru Dakshina to Swamiji. We have envelopes. You're welcome to place a cash or check in there. We also have QR codes, so you can just contribute that way. So next, we will do the pledge and the Chinmaya Arati. After the Arati, please form a line to give Guru Dakshina, to seek Swamiji's blessings, and to accept prasadam. And then afterwards, please stick around and make your way to the kitchen where we'll have a light lunch. So now I think we can stand for pledge and Arati.
within the classes. We live on a city, the noble life of sacrifice and service, producing more than what we consume, and giving more than what we take. We seek the Lord's grace to keep us on the path of virtue, courage, and wisdom. May thy grace and blessings flow for us to the Lord of our masters. We believe in the service of our country, the service of the Lord of our voices, and devotion to the people is devotion to himself. We know our responsibilities, give us the ability and courage to fulfill them. Oh, bless them.